Picture this. You arrive in a foreign land with nothing. No money, no herd, no land of your own. You work for 20 years for a man who lies to your face and rewrites your pay 9 separate times. And when you finally walk away, you walk away rich. Not comfortable, rich. Flocks beyond counting, servants, camels, a fortune built entirely from animals that on paper you were never even supposed to own. 4,000 years before the word leverage entered a single business school, one man turned a wage of worthless rejects into the largest private herd in the region. His name was Jacob. And what he did in the book of Genesis is, almost step for step, the same engine that turns founders with no capital into owners of empires today. The Bible wrote it down. Most people skim past it as a strange tale about striped goats. It is not a strange tale, it is a blueprint. By the end of this video, you will know the 4 exact moves Jacob made to build a fortune from absolutely nothing, and how to run the same system on your own work, your own business, and your own freedom. Stay with me. Move number 3 is the one almost nobody has the patience to do. To understand the fortune, you have to understand the trap. Jacob runs from home with nothing but the clothes on his back, fleeing a brother who wants him dead. He arrives in Haran and falls in love with a woman named Rachel, the daughter of his uncle Laban. He has no dowry, no money, no leverage, so he offers the only thing he owns: his labor, 7 years of work for the right to marry Rachel, 7 years. And on the wedding night, Laban swaps in the older daughter, Leah, under the veil. Jacob wakes up married to the wrong woman. To get Rachel, he works another 7 years. 14 years of his life, traded for 2 marriages, and at the end of it he still owns nothing. He is a skilled manager, making another man wealthy. Genesis 30 verse 30 is the moment everything turns. Jacob says to Laban, "The little you had before I came has increased greatly, and the Lord has blessed you wherever I set foot. But when will I provide for my own household?" Read that line again. He has built someone else's fortune for 14 years and owns no equity in any of it. He is the most valuable employee in the company, and he is broke. Remember that. Because the next 4 moves are how he stops being the engine of another man's wealth and starts building his own. This is move number 1, and it is the move that turns an employee into an owner. Jacob does not ask Laban for a raise. He does not ask for a bigger salary or a softer schedule. He restructures the deal so that he gets a share of what he creates. He says, "Let me go through your flocks and remove every speckled and spotted sheep, every dark lamb, every striped and spotted goat. Those will be my wages. The plain, solid-colored animals stay yours." Here is the genius hiding in that sentence. In that part of the world, the sheep were overwhelmingly white and the goats overwhelmingly dark and solid. The speckled and striped ones were the minority, the oddballs, the rejects. Jacob asked to be paid in the assets nobody valued, on terms tied directly to his own performance. He traded a fixed wage for ownership of the upside. This is move number 1. Stop selling your hours and start owning a slice of what you build. The salaried man caps his life at the number on his contract. The owner captures the growth. Every founder who takes equity instead of a bigger paycheck, every operator who negotiates a percentage of the deal they close, is running Jacob's first move. So ask yourself honestly, are you being paid for your time, or are you being paid for what you create? This is move number 2, and it is where Jacob turns a tiny share into a flood. He has the right animals, but only a few of them. He needs them to multiply, and multiply faster than anything Laban owns. So Jacob, the lifelong shepherd, does something that looks like folklore and is actually deep operational knowledge. He takes fresh branches, peels white streaks into the bark, and sets them in the watering troughs where the strongest animals come to drink and breed. Genesis 30 says the flocks bred in front of the branches and bore young that were streaked, speckled, and spotted. Whatever the mechanism, the principle is unmistakable. Jacob did not wait for his small share to grow on its own. He engineered the conditions for it to compound. This is move number 2. Build a system that multiplies your asset without multiplying your effort. He did not work harder per animal. He changed the inputs so the output exploded on its own. This is leverage in its purest, oldest form. A founder writes the software once, and it serves 1 million users while he sleeps. An investor reinvests every return, so the gains breed more gains. The author records the lesson once, and it sells for years. The question is not how hard you can work. The question is, what have you built that grows while you rest? Now the hard one. This is move number 3, the one I told you almost nobody has the patience to do. Read what Genesis 30 actually says next, because most people miss it entirely. Jacob did not breed all the animals the same way. When the strong, robust animals came into heat, he set the branches in front of them, so the vigorous ones produced his streaked and spotted young. But when the feeble, weaker animals bred, he put the branches away. So the weak ones went to Laban, and the strong ones went to Jacob. Stop. This is the move. He did not just grow his herd, he concentrated all the quality into his own and let all the weakness drain into his rivals. This is the discipline that separates a fortune from a pile. The amateur scales everything, the master scales only the best and ruthlessly culls the rest. This is exactly what great capital allocators do. They do not spread money evenly across everything. They pour it into the winners and starve the losers. They double down on the strong line and let the weak one die. It is patient, it is unglamorous, and it feels almost cruel while you are doing it, because you are deliberately walking away from the easy, mediocre growth. So here is your hard question. Are you pouring your best energy into your strongest work, or are you exhausting yourself keeping weak things alive? Now the move that protects everything the first 3 built. Because here is the danger. Jacob's herds explode, Laban's shrink, and the resentment is instant. Laban's sons start whispering that Jacob has stolen what belongs to their father. The whole arrangement is about to turn poisonous, the way every fortune built on someone else's land eventually does. And here is what Jacob does not do. He does not gloat. He does not seize Laban's remaining flocks by force, though he easily could. Instead, Genesis 31 tells us he credits the whole increase to God, who told him plainly, "I have seen all that Laban has done to you." Then Jacob and Laban, 2 men who have every reason to destroy each other, build a pillar of stones and cut a covenant. A binding agreement. May the Lord watch between you and me when we are out of each other's sight. This is move number 4. Anchor your fortune in covenant, not in conquest. Jacob never believed the wealth made him untouchable or unaccountable. He had been the cheated party for 20 years, and the moment he held the power, he chose the boundary line over the war. That single choice is what let him walk away with his fortune and his integrity intact, instead of dying in a feud over goats. Wealth built on revenge consumes the one who builds it. Wealth bound by covenant survives. The Bible put both roads in the same chapter on purpose. So here is the Jacob blueprint, the original story of building a fortune from absolutely nothing, straight out of Genesis 30 and 31. 1. Negotiate for ownership, not wages. Stop selling your hours and take a share of what you create, even if that share is the asset nobody else wants. 2. Build a system that multiplies your asset while you rest. Engineer the conditions for compounding instead of grinding harder per unit. 3. Concentrate quality and cull the weak. Pour everything into your strongest line and refuse to scale mediocrity. 4. Anchor it in covenant, not conquest, or the fortune you build will curdle into a feud that destroys you. Jacob arrived in Haran with nothing and left as one of the wealthiest men of his age, not by luck, but by a system God let him run in plain sight. This is the Ancient Founders, where we decode the men and women God made rich, one founder at a time. Next, we open the vault on the Proverbs 31 woman, the original entrepreneur who ran real estate, manufacturing and trade from a single household, and made it look effortless. Tell me in the comments which of the 4 moves is hardest for you to actually do. I read every one. Subscribe and let us uncover the next fortune together.